Hello everyone. Here we are again. We're almost done with the book. It's been quite a journey. This is a session of Codependent No More commented. Christmas edition maybe. I don't know. The topic for today is very aligned with the end of the year, so that's cool. Let me set up my intention here to be of service for you and my higher self. There you go. And hola Laura, people that are joining in, welcome here. Today is gonna be a little short because the chapter is really short but very juicy. So, hola baby. I'm glad to see people here. So this is gonna be short but juicy, I think. And the chapter is set your own goals, and so we're gonna talk about that, which is a really good topic for the end of the year, right? But as usual, I start with telling you a little bit of what I have been thinking over the week. And one of the things I've been thinking that really resonated with me, it was a session with my therapist, and she was telling me that as codependents, we might have imaginary friends, which means that we project into friendships people that are not what they are. So usually when you're codependent, you have a lot of expectations about people that never get fulfilled. Because there's also this thing where you choose poorly, maybe in like emotionally unstable people or people that are not ready to like open their hearts, and so you have this expectation, and then it's really disappointing because it never gets to the point, right? So that's why my therapist was telling me, like, you might have imaginary friends, which is you don't want to see the people as they are, and that is a problem, not only because you get all like sad, but also because you don't enjoy people as they are. And that was like, yes, I have some friendships that are like so nurturing, so beautiful, but we don't talk every time. We don't talk every month, and that's okay. If I know that that person has a rhythm of talking to me that is not so frequent, that's all right. If I feel that I can accept that, if it's like aligned with my needs, then I can accept them as they are and have a great time with them. And so the invitation today, I think it's a little bit of like a prayer for you to see yourself and others as they are and see if that's what you want, right? So I might have this friend who is not like 100% knowing everything that happens to me. But we have a great relationship when we talk and when we, hang out, and I feel like that's enough for me, so that's good. But when I'm asking her to give me more than what she's able to, it's not gonna work, right? And so it's aligned with what we have been talking, which is be honest with yourself and see the others on their lens of truth. What are they? And do you like it or not? What are you? And if you like it or not, So I think that's a good start for this. And then we're gonna just start right away with the chapter. And I just want to tell you that, I don't know, setting goals sounds a little boring or like, I don't know, it's like, to me, it's not so exciting. But I gotta tell you that since I've been doing this of setting my goals, like writing them down, things have happened. When you have an intention and you put it into language, things happen. And I know that she doesn't see it as that in the book, but I believe that you can do spells for yourself, like cast spells about your future. And now that we're starting new year, like ending this and starting a new year, it's a great opportunity for you to think about your goals for next year. What are the things that you want to like achieve? And so that is what she's telling us now. And I just want to tell you that I started to do this a few years ago, and every single thing I have written down at the beginning of the year, I've gotten, So this year, I put on my, like, in my mirror, every day I read my intentions, and they say, I'm going to have a house for myself that is close to the lake, and it's beautiful and affordable. That was one thing. Second thing was I'm gonna find resources like money for my art. And number 3, that my dissertation topic from my doctorate is gonna be fulfilling and it's gonna help me and others to grow spiritually. And now, after a year, everything has happened. I live in a house by myself with my dog that is close to the lake. It's affordable. I love it. I do have my dissertation topic. I just defended my doctorate proposal, and I am a candidate. And I got a scholarship to do my art, $1,000. That, to me, that's a lot. And so, it happened. And I would never ever 10 years ago would imagine that I would get that, like I would never imagine I would get my dreams come true. Like, what is that? And that is because I write it, like I'm writing them down and I'm just like manifest, And so that is something that really can happen. And I'm really inviting you to do that if you haven't yet. So let's go over a few things here. I was telling you last time that when you're codependent, sometimes you get lost in the relationship that you're very obsessed with. It's a partnership, a romantic something, And so your plans, your goals get lost somehow. I am a very organized person, so sometimes I feel like I can achieve many things. But definitely when I get into a romantic partnership, I lost my compass for sure. Like I've seen myself, going back in places that I already have, surpassed just because I am in a relationship, I'm dating, and then I'm just forgetting everything I want. So if you relate to that, keep an eye on that, because the idea of this chapter is that you can have whatever you want, which I know. It sounds a little like, yeah, we have heard this, but I'm telling you, it works for me. And I still struggle with lots of things, many things, but I can see my progress, And so that is just amazing. And remember that if you get too busy reacting to people, to everyone, then instead of acting, you're going to lose your goals. That's what she says. And remember, this is not about control. So that is the other thing that she insists is, I set my goal, but then I don't want to control or be obsessive about my goal. I'm just gonna let it there, right? So that's the thing. And goals are great because they gave us purpose. And so it could be something about you personally, like I wanna modify a behavior, or it could be something about money or job, or many different things that you can put your goals in. And as I was telling you, the trick here is to write them down. So I brought, besides the book that we're reading, I brought hola Caro, I brought a sort of like an advice from a book that is called Deliverance. It's about spelling and magic. And you don't need to believe in magic, but I'm just telling you what are the advices that this person gives, which is really good. And so one of the things I recommend you is to focus on what you want. So if you're gonna write your intentions, don't say negative sentences such as I don't want to have this or that, because when you do that, you're already calling that negative thing. So don't do that. Only positive sentences. And then clear statement. And so what I was telling you, I got an apartment for myself close to the lake, and I also said close to the university, and it's not. And why is it? It's because I was very vague about my desire. What is close? What is close to university? For some, close could be an hour, and for some could be 15 minutes. So you have to be precise, not obsessive about it, but if you say 15 minutes, or you know what I mean, you have to be specific. Stay open to possibilities. So don't fixate in how this thing should be. Just open to whatever the life can bring you. And then communicate intention and gratitude. So something that I really did this past, I think a month ago or something. I sat with a friend to think about our goals for next year, and we start saying thank you. So I'm gonna tell you one, for example. Thank you because in 2021, December 12, I achieved the following things. Dun, 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 dun. And you list the things. So you are thinking that this happened, it's gonna happen, and you're saying thank you. So that is a great way to do it. And then trust the process, which is the hardest. Maybe for me, if you really have struggled, you have to trust. Obviously, you have to take action. So I was telling you, I won this scholarship to do my art, but I applied to many things, to many things. And so it's not that I sit and like, okay, God, bring me the money, you know, you gotta do something. So that's important. And then, yeah, just be grateful, be open for whatever life should bring to you. So that's cool. All right, so what else we have here? If you want, and this is an invitation, you could set goals for a year or 5 years. With my friend, I was telling you, we did a little ritual and we thought about a year from now and 10 years from now. So, you know, if you want to do that. And the idea of surrendering, right? So you say, I want this, and then you let life act on your behalf, kind of. And so to finish with, she just gave us some advices about this goal setting. One is, and instead of saying I should do this, I should do that, make it a goal. So instead of I should be less jealous, which is definitely one goal that I have, I would say I'm gonna achieve a relationship where I trust my partner. So don't use the negative and use the positive, and just like be very assertive about it. Don't limit yourself, of course. Write your goals on paper. This is what I was telling you. Commit the goals to God. So you don't have to be a believer, but if you do, you were gonna have like extra backup for your desires, right? Again, let go, don't obsess over, just like write it down and work towards that. One day at a time. And so remember that sometimes things take time, so be patient. And then check off the goals that you reach. So if you, as I was telling you, like the ones I achieved, I checked them. And be patient is the last sort of advice, which I need to tell you, it's a real thing, because I don't know, if you know me, you know that I am from Colombia, Bogota, and I've been studying my whole life. I'm a scholar, I do research, I'm a very like intellectual person. And when I applied to grad schools here in the US, the first round, all the universities said no. And for my ego, that is very like, I'm a smart person, that was very difficult. I got into a depression because I was so sure I'm gonna get what I wanted. And I couldn't understand what was going on, and it was a whole journey. But I was like, okay, I gotta be patient. And I waited and applied the next year, and I got in. And so this is to say that the timing of the universe is maybe different from yours. And so you gotta like just stay with that, okay? And then the activity for today and maybe for the next of the you know, what is left of the year, is to write your goals on a paper and put it in your altar if you have one, or you know, just work on that. And make sure that you're assertive and that you are grateful, because you're gonna achieve the things that you want. And that's all, y'all. I think that's it. That's it for now. Next Wednesday, I'm gonna be camping, so I might not be able to do our chapter, but keep posted and follow my Instagram to see when I can join and come back. Love you all. Thank you for being here. Be well and blessings.